Congratulations to our Park Vista Community High School Rising Sophomore Class of 2028. This is an important and exciting time for you all. In this presentation, we will give you lots of information to be sure that you can make the most of your sophomore year as you prepare for graduation and beyond. Once you watch this presentation, your language arts teacher will bring your class to the school counseling office for an individual meeting with your counselor. It's important that you review this presentation thoroughly so that you can be ready with your questions for your counselor when you meet with them. Before your meeting with your school counselor, you will receive a copy of the courses you requested on your course selection sheet with an explanation on the reverse side. Please sign this, have your parents sign this, and bring it to your meeting. If you have any adjustments that need to be made to your course requests for next year, follow the outlined procedure. No changes can be made without a parent signature. You can also view your course requests through your Student SIS Gateway portal. To view the course request screen, log into your SIS portal, select the Class Requests option. When the request screen opens, click on the Switch to 2025-2026 button. You are now on your class request screen for next school year. This screen should have red accents. This is only a listing of your requested courses and not the order they will appear in your schedule on the first day of school in August. Something to think about as you review your course requests is the strength of your sophomore schedule. Approximately 93% of Park Vista students pursue a post-secondary education, whether at a 4-year, 2-year, or vocational school. With this in mind, we encourage you to make the most of each year so that you're prepared to be successful at the next level. Colleges and universities recommend a minimum of at least 5 academic courses in your schedule. Academic areas are language arts, math, science, social studies, foreign language, and all AP and ACE courses. Of course, it's also important to be sure that you're on track to graduate. At this point, you should have the following: approximately 3 credits and at least 7 credits by the end of the year. At least a 2.0 cumulative grade point average. And 20 hours of community service hours documented in SIS. If you are missing any of these, you are not considered to be on track for graduation. We have prepared a packet of information that accompanies this presentation. You received this packet when you received your course requests. If you have it with you now, take it out so that you can refer to it as we go. As you can see, it's full of important materials. We begin with your sophomore checklist. This list contains items that are important to check off as the year progresses and provides links for items you may need. The next page in your packet gives you the directions for accessing the school counseling department's section of the website. We post virtually everything that we do in our office to this site. If you ever have a question, anything from graduation requirements to career options to scholarship and financial aid information, this is a great place to look. The next page in your packet is our SIS Helpful Hints. Students have access to almost all the same information that teachers and counselors do. This page will help you locate things such as your GPA, community service hours, class rank, and so on. In order to graduate, you must complete a minimum of 20 community service hours. Students who are working toward the Bright Future Scholarship must complete 75 or 100 hours. You can find a copy of the community service log in the packet. This log can also be found on our website. Once you have completed your service and filled out the log completely, you will upload it to SIS for review. The directions for this can also be found in your packet. Next, you will find the State University System Matrix. It has lots of really important information about all of the public universities in our state. Especially important is the profile of the current freshman class at each institution. You can see the average GPA, SAT scores, and ACT scores for the freshmen currently attending these schools. This is a great tool to help you set goals as you think about your post-secondary plans. Are you on track to be competitive when applying to your first choice schools? If not, now's the time to fix that. The next page is the Private Colleges and Universities Matrix. This has similar information only about private schools in our state. Again, you can use this to help you set goals for yourself after graduation. Are you interested in joining a branch of the military? If so, you'll want to speak with a military recruiter. You can find the contact information for the recruiters in our area in your packet. You can also find lots of information about each branch and their recruitment requirements online. Palm Beach State College is another excellent post-secondary option. They have dozens of degrees, certificate programs, and diploma options. You can find a complete list in your packet and more details at palmbeachstate.edu. If you aren't sure about a career path after graduation, there are lots of career counseling resources available. These websites have interest surveys and other assessments that can help you narrow down a potential field. They will then link you to more information about the possible jobs available in those fields. Are you planning to earn an ACE diploma? If so, you need to be sure that you have all of the classes required. In your packet, you have a copy of our ACE Diploma Requirements check sheet to track your progress. Here are a couple of key pieces of advice for rising sophomores. Earn the best grades that you can, because your GPA really matters. The further you get in high school, the more difficult it is for you to raise your GPA. Take the most rigorous courses that you are qualified to take, and avoid periods off. The more you learn in high school, the more prepared you are for your future plans. Take the PSAT in October seriously. This test can help you meet high school graduation testing requirements as well as prepare for college. You can do SAT and ACT prep on Khan Academy or using other prep resources to help you get ready. Do something enriching this summer that will add to your resume. Some ideas are summer college programs, a part-time job, travel, or volunteer work. Spend some time this summer researching colleges and careers. Researching early will help you feel more prepared when it's time for you to start applying. And finally, attend school. As simple as this sounds, its impact is huge. Research has shown that one of the most important keys to academic success is regular and consistent school attendance. So how many days absent is too many? Chronic absenteeism is generally considered to be 10% of the school year. With 180 days in the school year, this equates to 18 absences over 10 months or 2 absences a month. In schools with block scheduling, this means missing 9 classes or 1 class a month. Study after study has confirmed that attendance is directly correlated with high school graduation rates. The chart on the left shows the results of a study of students from the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District. Researchers found that as students' attendance rates decreased, so did their graduation rates. For example, students with an 80% attendance rate, which is the equivalent of missing 2 block days a month, had a graduation rate of only 72%. This means that 1 in 4 of these students did not graduate. Something that has also been confirmed by research is that a high school diploma equates to hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. The chart on the right is based on data from the U.S. Census Bureau. High school graduates earn, on average, $17,885 more dollars a year than workers without a high school diploma. Over a 30-year career, this is the equivalent of $536,550. Some studies show this number to be as high as $1 million. Of course, salaries continue to increase with post-secondary education as well. What is clear is that attending school regularly directly impacts your future earnings. So here are some suggestions to improve your attendance. You will find a complete list in your packet. Make school a priority. As important as things like a job or spending time with friends are, graduation from high school is the most important thing you are working on right now. Get your homework and other responsibilities done at a reasonable time so that you're able to get a good night's sleep. Set up a daily routine to be sure that you are ready for school each day. For example, set an alarm, pick out your clothes, and pack your backpack the night before. Have a backup plan to get ready for school. What will you do if you miss your bus? If you usually ride with a friend, what will you do if that friend can't pick you up? Don't stay home unless you're truly sick. Sometimes we wake up with a slight headache or something similar, but once we get moving, we feel much better. Whenever possible, don't schedule appointments during the day. Try to get to the doctor or dentist after school. If there's something happening that's keeping you from getting to school every day, for example, problems with your bus, reach out to your administrator or school counselor so that we can help you work through it. Finally, we encourage you to take advantage of our school counseling weekly update. Every Friday, we email out our weekly update with timely announcements, reminders, and resources. This newsletter is sent to all students and parents. Be sure to look for it each Friday. Rising sophomores will be visiting their school counselors with their language arts teachers. Remember, you should bring your signed course request form with you to your counselor. This is the bright orange paper that you received in your 5th period class. If you have any questions, you can contact your school counselor by email. We're also available in our offices before school, during lunch, or after school every day. We look forward to working with you to make your sophomore year the best that it can be.